From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough with the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh, but
Right now, I am running the water that I collected from the beach in this bottle. I filtered it into this bucket using this funnel here. And now I am pumping it into the tank using filter floss to capture anything that I may have picked up, any stragglers from the ocean. I'm running this water through filter floss for a second time from the bucket that I collected it in into the tank to keep the parameters that the fish are used to a lot more similar to what they came out of in the ocean. And then I will test the parameters in the tank to see how close they are to what we're used to calling saltwater tank parameters. Alright, I think we're about done here. Let me just tilt it a little bit, get a little more of that water in there. Alright, we got a little more there. You can see there's still particulate, gravel, things like that I missed. By filtering it through the filter floss, you manage to capture a lot of that. Any debris, I mean, you get sand, you actually get little critters from the beach. I seen some things crawling around when I filtered it the first time and managed to capture them in the filter floss. I changed the filter floss and did it a second time. And I removed the tank water, did a water change. Let me turn this off. I am going to set up more of this tank on Google Home, just because Google Home I could say turn pump off and make water changes and things like that so much easier. But just to reiterate once again, I have the kingfish in here which I collected. Only one spearing actually made it. Really amazed, and it was the one that I thought was least likely to make it. It was the one that looked all scraggly and stuff. Well, he's actually healed up nicely. The flounder is in there. Don't ask me where. He's buried under the sand. The kelp so far, the light is doing good. And these guys are swimming around nicely. So I'm happy about that. But that's why I want to do the water changes with the ocean water. I'm just going to double or triple filter it to keep it as close to the parameters of the sea that they got collected from. And once again, when you're collecting water from the shoreline, you get all kind of gook, sediment, dead stuff, whatever is rushed into the shore, because that's what nature does. So I'm filtering it 2 times. I'm collecting it in this Poland Spring bottle to bring it home. Then I am pouring it from the Poland Spring bottle into the bucket, into filter floss, and then I have my pump, my good old-fashioned Aqua Clear 4000 pump, which I've had God knows how long, to pump it from the bucket into the tank for a second time through filter floss again to capture whatever I missed the first time. And then I'll let it circulate. As you know, this tank is really all in one, as I built it and meant it to be. So it's going through a filter sock for a 3rd time. Oh, there's the flounder, matter of fact. Over there, you can see him. The stargazer, rather. As I was stirring up all the sand and kind of cleaning the sand, I'm trying to make as much surface area for him to get around in as I can. So I'm going to move some of these rocks and put all the rocks to the back and try to give him some front space. But I got a lot of space here since I was cleaning the tank out, and there's a lot of space there. I just have a lot of rocks and things for cover. But I also want to see it. So he's not buried. You can see the little kingfish is healing up. I think that net really damages them. Capturing them in that big net, because they get sand and everything dragged into them, it really scuffed them up. But he's healed up nicely, and you can see the colors are really nice in these guys, and they're not shy at all. When I feed them, they come right up, and they've been eating mysis shrimp, and they've actually taken flakes. But the water changes are the important part, because I don't want to be using RO water, which is completely sterile water, to do the water changes. I think that is where people usually lose the fish when collecting wild species. Either there's so much of a difference in the parameters. You can see the shrimp is doing good too. The other shrimp, I don't know where they are. I don't know if they all made it. There were a few in here, usually in the middle there, come out once in a while. This guy is new. Of course, my one molly, I got 1 out of the 3 left. Maybe I'll add some more. I didn't want to keep mollies in there. Let me move this guy here. He was swimming around the intake. Oh, let me move this, get an actual reading of salinity. Not the most accurate, and it's really high because I just added salt water in here, but it's about 0.25, so that's about right. Of course, I took salt water out and added salt water in, so try to keep that stable. And snails are like living their best life. Never had a problem with the snails. These guys were collected from the beach as well. Now, this guy, see, he's not shy at all. They'll swim, come right out. Let me see if I can get him to eat real quick. Using the old Cobalt Ultra. Do that with one hand. Now what I do is I add the flake to the cup so it's not floating on the surface. Add some tank water here to get it to go down, because I want it to go down, because these guys are not surface feeders, and you can see they go right for the flakes. So they're eating lovely. I'm feeding them like twice a day right now. Even a hermit's running around. This guy is not shy about eating at all. You can see he sucks it up. I want to get them as unstressed as I can, and they're doing okay. And this is an update on water changes for the local species aquarium. So everybody's doing good. The spearing did not make it, as I really didn't expect them to make it. But the kingfish are doing good. Really, really pretty fish. They're gonna get big as hell. Look, they ate all of that already. Starfish, the serpent star is doing good. So far, the plants are doing good. They are lightening up because I had the hydro set to turn the lights off if the temperature got too high. I just took that setting off and let the lights stay on a regular cycle because these guys need light. The Chato's growing too. But click that subscribe button. I hope you guys like these updates. Trying to keep everything as simple and natural as possible to see how things thrive given certain conditions that we're not used to keeping. We're used to keeping things so exact. I'm going off the grid here and gonna monitor what the parameters are. So check down in the description. I'll put those parameters in the description below so that you guys can keep up with what's going on. 82 degrees, which is pretty warm. But I just came from the beach and the water is really warm. So till next time, this is Flat Stanley, ND, saying love, peace, and hair grease. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to more videos. Stanley's doing good.